15 top-rated attractions in Outer Banks, North Carolina. The Outer Banks of North Carolina are a seemingly endless stretch of sun, sand, and surf. The Barrier Islands stretch for more than 200 miles along the Atlantic coast. The list of things to do and places to visit along the Outer Banks of North Carolina is extensive. Take a look at the 15 top attractions in Outer Banks, North Carolina. Number 1, Outer Banks Beaches. The main reason people head to the Outer Banks is to enjoy the world-class beaches. Stretching for miles and miles, these wide beaches lapped by the Atlantic Ocean provide endless opportunities of recreation and fun. Surfing, boogie boarding, swimming, and playing in the waves are some of the regular pastimes. Shore fishing and shell hunting are other options. Kitty Hawk, Nag's Head, Duck, Rodanthe, Avon, Waves, and Hatteras are vibrant summer beach towns with everything you'll need to make your vacation great. Number 2, Outer Banks Lighthouses. The Outer Banks of North Carolina have been known as the graveyard of the Atlantic for ships for its treacherous waters. From Corolla to Ocracoke Island, there are 5 different lighthouses on the Outer Banks, each one distinctly different from the others. They have guarded the coastline here for over 200 years, and played an important role in maritime history. The lighthouses are historic landmarks, and must-see attractions while visiting the Outer Banks. Number 3, Outer Banks Campground. If you're looking for a place to camp on the ocean front but don't want to pay for a beach house or hotel, head to the campgrounds. There are 17 different campgrounds along the Outer Banks, and in various Outer Banks towns and areas. Depending on where you camp, your days will likely be filled with sun and sand, while the evenings are spent quietly around a roaring beach fire. Number 4, Wright Brothers National Memorial. The Wright Brothers National Memorial in Kill Devil Hills commemorates the birthplace of flight. It was here where the Wright Flyer lifted from the sands of the Outer Banks for 12 seconds before setting back down, and forever changing aviation in the United States. Learn about how this first powered flight by Orville and Wilbur Wright altered transportation, and see a full-scale replica of the Wright Flyer. Number 5, Jockey's Ridge State Park. Take off your shoes, and plan an unforgettable walk along the tallest active natural sand dune on the east coast at Jockey's Ridge State Park. The mammoth dune reaches up to 100 feet high, depending on the gusts of wind. The expansive landscape seems otherworldly as you walk higher, and farther into a mirage of never-ending sand. You will likely see people hang gliding from the dune as it is home to the largest hang gliding school in the world. Number 6, Jennette's Pier. Jennette's Pier in Nag's Head is one of the must-visit piers during your stay. The massive pier stretches 1,000 feet into the Atlantic, and is a popular fishing pier and aquatic educational center operated by the North Carolina Aquariums. The pier is a standout because it is powered by the wind, as evidenced by the windmills on it. Number 7, Ducktown Boardwalk. Walk the boardwalk near dusk, and catch one of the best sunset views in all of the Outer Banks. The town of Duck is a walkable and bike-friendly area with shopping, restaurants, and a famous boardwalk. It is a perfect option for families with kids, and for those who prefer to spend more time looking at the beach. Number 8, Roanoke Island Festival Park. Roanoke Island Festival Park takes visitors back in time to the 1500s and the settlement of Roanoke. Inside the park, you can board a replica of the Elizabeth II ship, and play games with costumed sailors. Also visit American Indian Town, where exhibits detail how coastal Algonquins lived in the 16th century. The park also offers a history museum, a docudrama and a performance series. Number 9, Corolla Wild Horses. Where the blacktop of Highway 12 ends on the northern tip of North Carolina, and Corolla is where you will discover the grace and beauty of the wild horses on the beaches. The Spanish Mustang descendants run free and are sought out by photographers, painters, and writers who come to this coastal area for inspiration. The best way to see them is by renting a Jeep or taking a guided tour. Number 10, Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Cape Hatteras National Seashore is the nation's first national seashore, and stretches for more than 70 miles. It features a variety of beach communities, 2 historic lighthouses, fishing piers, and a chance to drive on the beach. Visitors can enjoy shell collecting, fishing from the surf or pier, kiteboarding, swimming, windsurfing, crabbing, and surfing. Number 11, Fort Raleigh National Historic Site. Fort Raleigh National Historic Site of Roanoke Island is the location where English colonists first settled in the United States in the late 1500s. Fort Raleigh houses a visitor center with original artifacts and informative exhibits, as well as the beautifully manicured Elizabethan Gardens. It is also the site of the Lost Colony outdoor stage production, which tells the story of the original 117 English colonists, who invaded the area, and later disappeared without a trace. Number 12, North Carolina Aquarium. The North Carolina Aquarium on Roanoke Island is a great indoor option in case of rainy weather or to cool off from the sun. Its main feature is the Graveyard of the Atlantic exhibit. Models of the USS Monitor make up the home for giant turtles and sharks in the Graveyard of the Atlantic exhibit. Throughout the rest of the aquarium, you'll find a variety of other marine critters, including alligators, otters, frogs, and plenty of fish. Number 13, Chicamacomico Life-Saving Station. The Chicamacomico Life-Saving Station in Rodanthe is one of the top treasures of the Outer Banks. The station was one of 271 around the country, created in 1871 with a single mission to search and save seafarers in distress. This form of maritime rescue was eventually replaced by the Coast Guard, when helicopters made ocean rescue easier than manual rescue by boat. Number 14, Graveyard of the Atlantic Museum. Just off the coast of the Outer Banks were thousands of shipwrecks over the centuries. The Graveyard of the Atlantic Museum tells the stories of more than 2,000 shipwrecks off the North Carolina coast. Exhibits cover topics like ghost ships and piracy. 2 of the top things to see include the original Fresnel lens from the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, and one of the first distress telegraphs sent by the Titanic. Number 15, Elizabethan Gardens. This 10.5-acre public garden provides a serene haven with over 500 distinct plant varieties. Another treasure of the gardens is a particular rose, found in the Rose Garden, which was sent by Queen Elizabeth II from the Royal Rose Garden at Windsor Castle in 1976. Don't miss the ancient live oak on the property, estimated to have been living in 1585 when the first colonists landed in the area. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel.